So you're trying to get your stretch on because you're feeling a little stiff, a little tight. That's great. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can improve your flexibility. You stiff bastard. What's up, guys? What's going on? You are now rocking with Frankie D, the coach. Today we're talking flexibility and how you can improve it. Now, here's the deal. You're trying to be a high performance machine, but you go to bend down and you get stuck there. That's a problem. If you're not flexible, if you're not mobile, and your joints are killing you, we got a big issue. There's no way you can maintain your ability to stay in shape. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to improve it. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, treat your flexibility routine as its own routine, so separate of the workout. Now, every time you go into a workout, you definitely got to do a warm-up, make sure you're mobilizing, make sure you're prepared for activity, right? But if you're going to improve flexibility, stuff that's been stiff for a long time, make joints work better, okay? Stretch out muscles that are pulling on those joints. They've been doing that for a long time. They're gonna need some focused and dedicated effort. So you're gonna have to create little mobility, flexibility routines, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, maybe when you wake up, maybe before you go to bed, or squeeze in little pockets of time during the day. But certainly you can't just stretch when you go to the gym. You need it when you're at the gym, but in order to improve the stuff, you're gonna have to do it on its own and make it its own routine. Set a time, set a day, every day, do it. Tip number 2, soft tissue work. You might know this as foam rolling. So you walk into your gym, you see people rolling around on these rolly things, right? What are they doing? Well, you gotta be able to get into soft tissue. So basically that's muscles, again, that are pulling on joints. And when we talk about mobility, flexibility, usually poor flexibility leads to painful joints, right? What is connected to the joints? Well, your muscles. In order to be able to get them to loosen up, we wanna do a little bit of what we call self-massage. So we use those foam roller things. Sometimes you see people rolling around on lacrosse balls, softballs, things of that nature. A lot of different ways you can do it, but you gotta get into the soft tissue as a massage therapist would in order to be able to loosen up the muscle so it has more room to relax and then stretch and get longer. Tip number 3, when you're trying to improve flexibility, it is going to work way better when you are doing active stretches as opposed to passive stretches. What am I talking about? Well, it's very easy, and we'll take the hamstring for example. A lot of people, they want to stretch the hamstring, they'll lay on their back, they'll take a band, they'll wrap it around their foot, and then they'll pull their leg into a position that would, get them into a stretch, right? That's different than being active, whereas in an active stretch, you completely take the band out of it, any outside forces, and then you actually use the muscles on the front side of the leg to help you stretch the back side of the leg. When you do that, it indicates to the body, hey, we're trying to pick up for this slack that we're trying to create on the back side by strengthening the muscles on the opposite side, right? So we want to be more active where we're using muscles to take us through stretches and not outside forces. Here's a tip you may not have thought about, and that's to keep total body tension. So, what total body tension does is allows me to indicate to the nervous system that, hey, we're really trying to rev up and mobilize the particular area that you're working on. So if I'm trying to move my shoulder through a big range of motion, I want to be able to create tension everywhere else that I'm not moving to once again indicate to the body that, hey, we're gonna grip on this side and move this stuff over here. It is a neurological thing that programs the body to actually change the muscle tissue that you're trying to open up or stretch. And the 5th tip is to check your breathing. Breathing is a very important aspect of being able to improve flexibility. So in other words, have you ever gotten into a deep stretch and all of a sudden found that you were holding your breath? Well, chances are if that's happening, you're not gonna get a really good stretch because your body, your nervous system is going to think that it's under duress, right? And it's gonna tighten up because of that. So if you can't maintain your breathing, let's take deep diaphragmatic breaths into your belly, right? If you can't maintain that breathing during a stretch, one, you're not gonna get a great stretch, your body's gonna tighten up, and it's just not gonna work. So you probably wanna back it up a little bit and be able to hold a stretch position or pose where you can maintain your breathing. The breathing itself allows the muscle groups to relax and then be able to open up, stretch, improve that flexibility, and then you rock from there. And I also have a bonus tip for you guys out there, and that is to find a very smart fitness professional by you and get them to show you exactly what you should be doing. So for example, not everything that feels tight is supposed to be stretched. Not everything that is painful, you may understand how to stretch the appropriate thing, activate the appropriate thing. So acquiring the knowledge of the appropriate fitness professional, somebody who might be proficient in either FMS or FRC, functional range conditioning, is someone that you want to look for. They know your body, they know the way you should be moving, what you should be activating, what you should be stretching. Again, everything that's tight should not be stretched, and it's important for you to know that. If you don't, find a fitness pro. All right, guys, that's the deal. You're not gonna be a high performance machine if you're not working on maintaining that machine. That includes doing the work necessary to be able to open up the muscle tissue, open up your joints, and keep you performing at a very high level for a very long time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it really helps you out, make sure you head down below, subscribe to this channel, right? And hit that little bell button so you can get these videos coming directly to you as soon as they come out. I'm Frankie D, the coach, guys. Check you next time. Tip number 2. The fuck was tip number 2? What was tip number 2? We'll just go back and forth about stupid shit and fucking see exactly what happens. Yeah. Yeah, that's not how this, but like pretty much my whole day is like rambling back and forth about dumb shit. All right, cool. Let's rock with that.